Good morning, everybody. So those that got to listen, I hope you guys enjoyed my wife starting the Hebrew 101 class last night. Hope you guys enjoyed that. That was pretty good. A lot of people seem to like the way she teaches, which is cool. So, all right, Daniel and Alicia, good morning. John, good morning. All right, so we are on day 106, Psalm 106. So I'm just going to jump right into it. Good morning, Chris. Good morning, David and Michelle. Praise Yehovah. Oh, give thanks to Yehovah, for he is good, for his mercy endures forever. Who can utter the mighty acts of Yehovah? Who can declare all his praise? Blessed are those who keep justice, and he who does righteousness at all times. Remember me, O Yehovah, with the favor you have toward your people. O visit me with your salvation, that I may see the benefit of your chosen ones, that I may rejoice in the gladness of your nation, that I may glory with your inheritance. We have sinned with our fathers, we have committed iniquity, we have done wickedly. Our fathers in Egypt did not understand your wonders. They did not remember the multitude of your mercies, but rebelled by the sea, the Red Sea. Nevertheless, he saved them for his name's sake, that he might make his mighty power known. He rebuked the Red Sea also, and it dried up. So he led them through the depths as through the wilderness. He saved them from the hand of him who hated them, and redeemed them from the hand of the enemy. The waters covered their enemies. There was not one of them left. Then they believed his words. They sang his praise. They soon forgot his works. They did not wait for his counsel, but lusted exceedingly in the wilderness, and tested Elohim in the desert, and he gave them their request, but sent leanness into their soul. When they envied Moshe in the camp, and Aharon, the saint of Yehovah, the earth opened up and swallowed Dathan, and covered the faction of Abiram. A fire was kindled in their company, the flame burned up the wicked. They made a calf in Horeb, and worshipped the molded image. Thus they changed their glory into the image of an ox that eats grass. They forgot Elohim, their Savior, who had done great things in Egypt, wondrous works in the land of Ham, awesome things by the Red Sea. Therefore he said that he would destroy them. Had not Moshe, his chosen one, stood before him in the breach to turn away his wrath, lest he destroy them. Then they despised the pleasant land. They did not believe his word, but complained in their tents, and did not heed the voice of Yehovah. Therefore he raised his hand in an oath against them, to overthrow them in the wilderness, to overthrow their descendants among the nations, and to scatter them in the lands. They joined themselves also to Baal of Peor, and ate sacrifices made to the dead. Thus they provoked him to anger with their deeds, and the plague broke out among them. Then Phinehas, let me try that again. Phinehas, I had it right the first time, stood up and intervened, and the plague was stopped, and that was accounted to him for righteousness to all generations forevermore. They angered him also at the waters of strife, so that it went ill with Moshe on account of them, because they rebelled against his spirit, so that he spoke rashly with his lips. They did not destroy the peoples, concerning whom Yehovah had commanded them, But they mingled with the Gentiles and learned their works. They served their idols, which became a snare to them. They even sacrificed their sons and their daughters to demons and shed innocent blood, the blood of their sons and daughters whom they sacrificed to the idols of Canaan. And the land was polluted with blood. Thus they were defiled by their own works, and played the harlot by their own deeds. Therefore the wrath of Jehovah was kindled against his people, so that he abhorred his own inheritance, and he gave them into the hand of the Gentiles, and those who hated them ruled over them. Their enemies also oppressed them, and they were brought into subjection under their hand. Many times he delivered them, but they rebelled in their counsel, and were brought low for their iniquity. Nevertheless he regarded their affliction when he heard their cry, and for their sake he remembered his covenant, and relented according to the multitude of his mercies. He also made them to be pitied by all those who carried them away captive. Save us, O Yehovah our Elohim. Gather us from among the Gentiles to give thanks to your holy name, to triumph in your praise. Blessed be Yehovah Elohim of Yisrael, from everlasting to everlasting. And let all the people say, Amen. Praise Yehovah. Wow. You know, it's one of the things I like reading some of these longer, I really enjoy reading the longer chapters. Because while you sit there and you're reading, you really get into, you just kind of get lost into the words, and you start kind of picturing and seeing what it might have been like or whatever. But the one thing that stands out, Mishpahah, that whole chapter showed us two things. One is Jehovah's constant deliverance for Israel. Jehovah's constant mercy for Israel. Jehovah's constant blessing for Israel. He delivers them again and again and again and again. And again and again they profaned his name, just like we have. How many times, Mishpahah, do we profane his name? And I don't think we realize that when we complain about what's going on in our life, when we complain and, you know, and stuff like that about our life and how it is and what's going on and all these things, when we complain about it, we profane his name. Because he gave us this life. And 9 out of 10, all the situations that we're in or any issues that we're having or whatever it is our fault. Or it's the fault of our ancestors. Things that have been passed down to us that we haven't gotten broke off of us or out of or away from us or whatever. You know, and this is why, and Anthony and I stressed this on our teaching, not this past Tuesday, but last week, when we taught on the fact that the covenant between the parts was that Yehovah did not allow Abraham to walk between the parts with him in that covenant. Because if he had of, then the minute Abraham or any of his descendants broke it, it would have ended that covenant. But by Yehovah walking through it alone, he ensured that that covenant would never be broken, because he swore by his own name. For there is no greater name above his. He swore by himself, by his own throne, that this covenant will be forever. And that covenant is why Yehovah continues to deliver Israel and all of us who have been grafted in or whatever Even if you're blood-born Israel, you're not Israel unless you have all of what the word is. Unless you have Torah, you keep Torah, and you know that the Torah is Yeshua, that Yehovah is Yeshua, and that the word of Yah, without Messiah, you aren't walking in the word of Yah. So no matter what, we aren't Israel unless we have Messiah. And because of what he did, that one act of covenant that he did, is the reason why Yehovah continues again and again and again to deliver us, to heal us, to bring us out of our iniquities and stuff, because he's doing it for his name's sake. It ensured that his mercy would be renewed every day. That covenant that he did, it ensured that he would keep true to his word. Man, I'm so thankful that Yah is not like us, all emotional and just breaking covenants, and get sick and tired of something or someone, we cast it aside or throw it away. May we become more like Yehovah. May we start being faithful to Yah in this covenant as he is to us, Mishpachah. May we, for his name's sake, be more obedient, be more faithful, and not play the harlot. Amen. So as you go about the day today, talk to Yah, ask him, how can I be more faithful in my part? Show me the areas that I am weak. Show me where my spot and blemish are. Yeah, and reveal it to me so that I can be more faithful to you in my walk every day, and bring honor to your name and not profane your name. So, and as always, go and read that chapter again and see what Yah gives you. And Mishpachah, may you have an awesome and blessed day, but may your day be pleasing and a blessing to Yehovah. Amen. I love you, Mishpachah, but we all know Yah loves you so much more. Shalom, shalom.